Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Today I'd like to talk about the 3 signs which indicate that you're giving away your power to guys. Now, before we get into those 3 signs, I want to explain what I mean by giving away your power. What I believe is that you don't realize how powerful you really are. You don't realize that you get a say in your love life. And very often, because you want love so bad, you're afraid to communicate your truth. You're afraid to say what you really think and feel, because there's a part of you that realizes that if you do, he might walk. Well, I say if he does walk, that's actually a good thing, because he's showing you he's not the right guy for you. So what I'd like to do is give you 3 tips today which will help make your journey a little easier. So the first step, or the first sign which indicates that you're giving away your power, is that you play the role of victim. Now, what I mean by that is that things happen, okay? And guys say or do things. And you know that I believe that there are men and there are boys. The boys are the guys who are selfish, immature, emotionally unavailable. They only care about themselves. Well, the reality is there's lots of guys out there that exist like that. Well, these boys will say or do anything and tell you what you want to hear and manipulate you and lie. And they'll do all this stuff which ultimately works against what you're looking for. And that stuff will harm you. It will hurt you. Now, I'm not denying that that doesn't exist. But the reality is you get a say. You have power. You get to decide that, yes, you're a boy. You said and did all these things. But I'm not going to allow you to affect me in my life. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to do some things different. And that means you got to take responsibility for your role in it. Get real. Hey, maybe I stayed with that boy because maybe he was really hot. He was an amazing lover. But the reality is he was an asshole. Okay? So being a victim doesn't mean that you play, oh, poor me. It means that you got to step back and say, okay, things happen, but what can I do? What can I learn from it? How can I do things differently so that it doesn't happen again? That's what the powerful people do. So the first step, the first sign that you're giving away your power is you're playing the role of victim. The second sign is that you avoid speaking your truth. You avoid confrontation. You avoid telling a man what you really think and feel, again, because there's a part of you who's afraid that if you do, he's going to leave. He's not going to like you. He's not going to want to be with you. And so as a result, you don't really speak up. Well, I'm a big believer that you're going to get to the truth one way or the other. So it's better to find out the truth now, even if you don't like it, even if it's going to break your heart, even if it's going to upset you, because at least you know what you're dealing with and you'll be able to get over it much quicker. Because the longer you avoid it, the more pain, the more time and energy you're going to waste. So you're going to get there one way or the other. So I'm a big believer in, just get to the truth right from the beginning, speak your truth, and the guy will show you if he's the right guy or not. And the third sign that you're giving away your power is that you let men dictate all the rules. You're in a relationship with a guy where things are going okay, but you're not sure. Is he the right guy? Is he on the same page? And you don't want to ask because you don't want to pressure him. You don't want to make him feel that, you're different, that you're like all the other girls. And I get that, trust me. But if a guy's on the same page, he's going to have no problem telling you. Now, if he's not on the same page, he's going to tell you that as well. He's going to avoid it. Okay? He's not going to give you, he's going to lie to you. Okay? Now, the good news is, even if a guy lies to you, you're smart enough to see that his actions aren't going to back up his words. Because if a guy says, here's a perfect example. You're in a relationship with the guy for a couple months and you're not really sure where it's going, but you're afraid to ask because you don't want to put pressure on him. And you're afraid that if you do, you might not get the answer you're looking for, and so he's going to leave. So you avoid it. But in this case, you say, hey, you know what? I'm just curious. Where do you see me in your life? Where do you see us going? Where would you like us to be 5 years from now? Or would you have any idea? Now, if he's a man and he's on the same page, he's going to give you his truth. You know what? Yeah, I'd love for this to continue. I'd love for this to work out. And, hopefully down the road, I see us, married with kids together, whatever that may be. Okay? Because that's his truth. Now, if he's a boy and he's unsure, he's going to blow smoke up your ass. He's going to tell you what you want to hear. But here's the thing. You continue to watch his actions. Does he show you that he wants you involved in his life? Does he keep you abreast to everything? Does he avoid the truth? Does he avoid the path? There's always, always, always signs. All you got to do is look for them. But you can't look for them if you're giving away your power and you're not owning your truth. So that's really what the purpose of this video is for, is to help you realize that you don't have to give away. You are a strong, powerful woman, and you can do some amazing things. And when you simply live from your truth, you live from your power, and you honor that first and foremost with yourself, it's a lot easier to communicate, to live, and to operate from that place. And when you do that, it's so much easier to create the relationship you desire and deserve. So I've got a little assignment for you. I've got a little homework. Okay, you're going to take some mirror time, and I want you to go back, and I want you to look at these 3 signs, and I want you to ask yourself, where are you giving away your power? What's the thing that you may be doing which is causing you to make it more difficult to have the relationship that you really desire and deserve? And once you realize that, I want you to ask yourself, what do you need to do differently? And then what I'd love for you to do is post your response below. Down in the comments section below this video, I simply want you to share. Because one of the things about the GPS for Love community is a lot of you are in the same boat. Okay? You're going through the same experiences. And having someone who's on the same road, who's going through the same struggles to share, makes us feel better. It makes us feel that we're not alone. And it helps us see that there are others who are on the same road and are going through the same journey. And by sharing and working together, it makes the journey much easier and much more enjoyable. As always, it's an honor and privilege to be with you. I'll see you next time. Much love.